Okay, we should be back. Hello, Sleepy, Lapino, and Tam. What happened? Well, the screen capture was kind of stuck on all of my previous softwares, like Notes and OneNote and stuff, and I don't know how much of that is spoilers, so I had to kill the stream and restart. Yeah. There was a hole here, now it's gone. Something like that in Silent Hill 2. So there was a D here, now it's gone. It's, yeah, it's, let's roll with it. Why not? How are we doing? I much prefer to progress with this today, but I do want to do some sketching. I think it's gonna be, I kind of have a hunch that it's a short stream. I see hello to a D-shaped hole. Yep. A D-shaped hole. How would that be? Oh no, don't hit me with... Don't hit me with the Undertale. Am I drawing a D-shaped hole? Well, it looks like it. This is going to be a frankly vent kind of illustration. I can't stay, unfortunately. I need to get groceries and force myself to study. Yeah, well, I hope you have a pleasant grocery shopping and a fruitful study session. I really appreciate you stopping by. And thank you for, like, you've been stopping by to say hello for the last 5 streams. So thank you, Sleepy. Yeah, Stream Element, thank you. Nobody knew. Ad starts in 2 minutes. That's what happened? Like when I restart the stream, it's gonna restart the ads as well? Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry for those who are going to go through this the ad again. It's out of my hands. It's Twitch capitalism, Amazon capitalism, baby, I think. Oh, Sleepy, thank you. I always love to have you around. And yeah, when you're not around, we all do miss you and wish you all the best. So do take care of yourself. And guzzling all the way, yes. It's funny that I'm always deficient with vitamin D, and I feel like it's a conspiracy. I can't. I'm too much D that I can't function with people. I'm working on something that is not... Okay, wait. Can you see what I'm working on? Or let me see how it's cropping. I don't think... I guess. Okay. Hey, thank you for having us, Tom. How are we doing today? You're currently hungry? I went out to see some friends today, so I had a ton of food. I'm kind of, let's say, PMSing, so I kind of went wild. But I also don't feel well. That could be a reason. Not the food, the monthly thing part, but I also had one of these occurrences, you know, when you're just sitting. You're just sitting. Maybe you're in a car. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. But you know when you're sitting with your friends, we're all talking. Now, you're tired. Today I'm kind of tired. So I do have my poker face, but I was enjoying myself. They're a fun gang, let's say. So let's just put a slight smile here and the bags. So, you know when you're just sitting there discussing life, sharing information, stuff, and food. And the closest friend of the bunch says something. The closest, not in proximity, but like relationship-wise, is the closest of the three. And they say something that is, in a way, life-altering to you. Because it tells you this... it tells you that the kind of... Let's see, how can I put it? Casually dropping a line that tells you they have completely wildly different world view slash moral compass than they have had already. Which you connect with, you know? You know? So I was hit by one of these moments. And then I went home and slept it all. I don't think more shattering land. Yes. Yes. It's so handy to have the skill to illustrate what you have in mind. Thank you. Thank you, Tam. I kind of felt like I needed it out of my system, I guess. Thank you for being here, I guess, to see it. I consider this a flex. Yeah, I guess. It can be. The more I grow, the more I realize that it's the only language I actually can express myself in. Like, even today with these friends, we were talking about languages, and one of all three are interested in learning languages. One of them is highly interested, like, in learning more than 2 or 3 languages. And I was never into learning languages. I start and drop learning Japanese every couple of years. That sounds surreal and also a silent punch. The situation, the silent punch was gonna make me cry just now. Because man, this story fits despite everything. It's still, ooh. though not really. It's a story of, wow, you're not you anymore, huh? I guess despite everything, I am still me in that relationship, you know? I'm not sure about the teeth. Let's just leave it simple like this. The teeth are spitting fire. Fire writing. They're spitting bars. Where is render? No, where is the posterize? Correction. Think, okay. Posterization. Hey Blue, we are so back. I mean, welcome. How are you doing? So Black with his flowery worldview, I guess. We are doing better and Ufyuki Hayashi at the right. This is one of the best tracks from Haikyuu. You know, I had this on repeat while I was writing that page, while I was drawing that page of in chapter 73 of White, in front of Black inside the car, when he talks about the splitting. It fits so well because I love this track because it works both positively and negatively in a way. It has some layer of inspiration in it, but there's some sadness, and I kind of felt like it fits so well with what is happening with White in that moment. Because he's saying the most depressing thing, but it's a moon and he's shining and he's just talking, which is a positive thing. But yeah, you missed Undertale. Undertale came on and shuffle unplanned. Man, that was a moment in life for me. From volume 10, there are some memorable moments. All of it was super fun. And I'm not talking about the discussions and the release and stuff, but working on it. There were a lot of memorable moments. Like, this one is one of those. The whole sequence in chapter 74 and a half, when with the lighthouse keeper and stuff, that wasn't in the original plan. So that hit me deep when I was working on the exchange between Black and EB, and I suddenly opened a new page, added a new spread, and started sketching this. Like, this works here. Let's draw the sailor arriving to the lighthouse. And I think there are two tracks that they were playing. One is from Outer Wild, and the other was from Run with the Wind. So another Yuki Hayashi moment. So here's the thing. I just want to test something here because I thought that for White, if I want to add anything, it's gonna be text. So I'm not gonna add anything. And if you thanks to Blue, you mentioned that it's working, like it hits better with the empty space around White. And I think it works better. I don't want to overcomplicate this one as well, but I just want to test something, like, because it does work narratively. Also, I did mention that I want to make it available as a print, maybe through the AC, the merch store. So I hope that was that's a good choice. It's easier than me printing it and shipping it. But I've been thinking, is it okay with it being so sketchy? I personally wouldn't be comfortable. So what I'm thinking of is, let's see, like, Sketchiness has its own charm, but I also get you not being comfortable with it as a print. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this looks good, but this has... And if I decided that I want to clean it and make it better, I think it's gonna take forever, and that is gonna take... I don't know, I feel like there are things that work better when they're fresh out of the oven, you know? So I don't want to wait on it too long, so I might just, because I won't be losing anything, I'll just make it available in the ACC goods store. ACG, I think. And for those who are interested in it, in its sketchiness. Wouldn't it be the same if it was a postcard? Yeah, I didn't mean, I did mean a postcard, not a print. So what I was originally thinking is drawing Hawkman, I mean, EB and young Hawkme, and but then I thought, when I sketched them like this, I thought of the masks. The masks were as well. Masks make me think of Batista now. There are two people that can't use masks on white and Kid Black. True. To a certain extent. Not white. Black can be scary sometimes. With his acting skills. Even with white. And speaking of, I was... so one of the friends I met today lives abroad, and she's here on a vacation. And she didn't get volume 10 yet, so I got her one. And the other friend read volume 10, so she just took the book and started skimming through it. And then she asked me a question. She asked me, is Black an extrovert? Like, do you consider Black an extrovert? And I said yes. And she replied, because when she opened the volume, it opened at the dates chapter. And she said that because, yeah, I can't imagine an introvert being able to do all that, going on all these dates, different dates with different looks in the same day, on the same day. And I mentioned that no, yeah, Black is an extremely extrovert, and like he doesn't know what to do with the idea of being alone, like just sitting alone. Like, even when he's alone, he has something playing. You can see it in chapter 68, for example. Multiple times, like when he's alone, even when he's working, he has his headset. And I don't think we talked about that before. Though with Kid Black, the other I'm thinking of your comment, Tam. He can't wear masks, can't use masks on White and Kid Black. It's funny because with all the splitting he does, I think this is the moment, thanks to Blue's request. This could be the moment where he saw Kid Black as a different entity. Again, how I see this playing with the context of this line is this is like a confirmation in White's case, a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. It's his own inner voice. While in Black's case, it's a realization. Hello, Silly. How are you doing? I feel like this with Black is the moment where you realize, because sometimes you realize, you believe that you've changed, and it's only your circumstances that's changed. But once you're back, I feel like I felt this myself at a certain point. I thought that I've changed, I've grown in certain areas that I thought were shortcomings and flaws in my attitude or personality or how I act in certain relationships. But I realized that they only actually, like, my situations changed, so I was free to choose who I am, I guess. But once I was back in a situation similar to where I was, I realized that oh, not really. Black in a Flower Field is reminding me of the Our Selfish Days clip. Oh yeah, that one. They were all yellow. I was hit by... Oh no, I forgot the band's name. Every single stream I'm surprised how bad my brain works. With names especially. What was the name of the band that... The Scientist Fix You... Coldplay. Coldplay. Wow. Their studio illustration can be reflective of how whack few they're... Yeah, yeah. It's a great, like, I probably seen it when the request was made, but I totally forgot about it, or I haven't given it, because that's the thing, when you see... Just a... Well, niece just crashed and she wants to draw in my room. I'm not sure. I told her you're gonna start talking because she can't stop talking. She's black like that. I told her I'm in a meeting and I have to finish. People are waiting for me. There's a microphone and stuff. And like, what are you talking? She sits on the couch. What are you talking about? Talking about stuff. So like what? Stuff like what? I'm like black and white. Like, what are you saying? Oh my god. Now she wants to draw here. So if I go mute, like I don't know. She said she wouldn't talk, but I don't trust that at all. Let me see if I can give her... You know what? I'll give her black and white plushies to play with or something. I'm gonna go crazy, man. So anyway, where were we? I don't remember. And I think... God. Let me know if you can hear anything at some point. Sorry for the intermission, the forced intermission. Niece gets to hold back plushies before us. I actually have somebody contacted me about an offer. Not offer, but like contacted me about they are a company that offers making mini plushies. So I'm talking with them. So who knows what will happen. Another thing that I got an email from one company. This is the first email I got of this sort. Offering a monitor, like a small 2K monitor for artists, and I was excited. Like, yeah, who would say no to trying out new technology, new gadget? But when I did my research, I realized that it's not good, and I wouldn't. I would feel extreme pressure from saying bad things to a free thing I've been given. One, and two, I worry about the customs here, and if I have to pay for a free thing I got still, and get it all for something that doesn't really work that properly. So where were we? The masks. Maybe the masks can be yellow. Yeah, it wouldn't. It sounds like an offer that would only make me feel the pressure and get nothing out of it. Thankfully, one of the best things that happened today, because overall it doesn't look like a good day, but one of the best things were that I caught up with my email. Though, now it means they're gonna reply, so we're gonna be facing the loop again. No, I have emails on my inbox I need to reply to. What is English? If the quality is said to be not good and there's yeah. From what I gathered, like I search on YouTube, Reddit. Like that's the thing you want to do. I just search on YouTube, see if the big famous artists, anyone reviewed that. And then I went to Reddit and see, and it seems to be, even though they are contacting me about a newer one, but it seems that the previous model heated a lot, and among other issues. And I personally never heard of the company, so I want to be... And honestly, I'd rather it's a known company or a company that is contacting me personally, knowing my work. These emails that you get, that I get about stuff, and they're like, they use like it is so clear that they are using, like they're just auto sending to big name. That started happening ever since I crossed the 100K on Instagram. So on Instagram, I do have the written with special. I do have the written with special characters. I'll just... So yeah, I've written my name in special characters that you don't really get on the keyboard. So you just the niece strikes again. The niece's mother striked to come take the child. Uh, but I told her like she's being well mannered. She hasn't talked to me, so leave her playing with black and white. So yeah, they sent this email like "Hello D," and I see that it's just my name on Instagram and how the characters I used, and I know that it's just like they probably have this template, this automation kind of thing that would just grab the name of an Instagram, the Instagram username, and copy and paste the email. And it's always funny because like it it's a very clear attempt at sounding human and natural and personal, with like I love your work, it's very inspiring, and but it's just sometimes it's just so wildly different. It kind of feels like they are contacting illustrators maybe or graphic designers when I am a manga artist. So these things are always funny. Anyway, that's a neat way to filter which people are writing to you personally, even though the font wasn't probably used. Yeah, not at all. I wasn't thinking of that, but now I'm keeping it. I think this is better, actually. Let me move this up. Normal? No, multiply. Okay. To see Kid White so open with his gesture and adult White, his fist clenched and tense. Yeah, I had to add the hand eventually. Now I need to check something. Let me just duplicate this. I think I downloaded, one day I downloaded an auto action that makes rasterized lines thinner. Let's see, I think fix jagged lines, mask, auto action, support. Surface damage. Change thickness, raster line art, transparent. Okay, there it is. Let's see if we can, if it works actually. So I want it to be, you know, it didn't work. Never mind. You know what I can do actually is maybe try, where's the line art for this one? Because this is too thin. Let me just, there it is. Let's duplicate it and move it to the side. Why can't we see him on the side desperately trying to save the mood with the Deltarune back right next to them? Right? Even today, I was preparing a lot of Discord, like fun and comical and fun Discord requests, but I personally am not feeling it. You gotta love when reality hits, right? Okay, how about like very dark gray? Okay, I'm not gonna give it any more time. I might revisit it, but kind of I was feeling it, but the intermission, the forced intermission kind of took me out of it. Let's see, we do have a doodle request from Oslin. Blurry black and white selfie. It's inspired by a fan art drawn of the two characters from 100 Meter, I think. That's the name of the movie with the runners. I haven't watched it yet, even though I got it. So I want to watch it whenever I find some time, I mean. Anybody watched it? Like a good call to not push it with the fun stuff if you are in completely different headspace. Inspiration strikes on its own. Definitely. That's the fun thing. Like, back in the day when I had this friend, she used to give me inspiration for what to doodle. And I'd be like, so what do you think I should doodle? And she would start throwing ideas at me and I keep turning them down. And then I find something completely unrelated. And I always say that sometimes you ask opinions to kind of do the process of elimination or kind of some sort of brainstorming to know what you don't want to do. It's not always the case where you it's just being like, I'm gonna go against your every idea. Watch what again? I think it's called 100 Meters, maybe? A movie, anime movie. It's on my to watch list. The animation looks great. Yeah, I want to watch it myself. I love sports anime. And it's a movie. And the animation looks great. Yeah, it was everywhere for a while. Characters looking down are very challenging to draw. I usually always take a photo of myself. What's pulling this? Yes, exactly. You know what? I'm always very interested. I'm very interested, but also kind of hesitant. You know that meme about with the emojis and like give me a character and a number. And I want to do it for Grey Is or generally like just fan art, but I'm always hesitant. I don't know why I feel like people are gonna ask for maybe white, extremely blushing or something like that, or just white with some wacky emoji. Wacky. The idea scares me. Oh my god, my niece has plushy white and she put a coaster over his head. Now he looks like a Turkish. It's one of these IKEA coasters, the cork ones. So they have a little bit of thickness. So it looks like some Middle Eastern hat. You could take a screenshot of the emoji chart and hide the ones you wouldn't do and post that for the public to choose from. Yeah, but I think that takes a lot of the fun, you know? Especially artistically, it's gonna be fun to just test the limits and like how far I can push up an expression. But I get you, that's a very good idea. But it does feel like cheating in a way. It's very difficult to draw characters looking down. Sometimes you feel like the head is too big, there's something wrong, and the head is too big. When in reality, it's actually the face or the features are bigger than the head. So just making them smaller fixes it. Let's put him... No. I was gonna put him in a hat, a big hat, but... that's gonna ruin everything. Now let's try, let's see if I can draw black resting his chin, his face on White's shoulder. If I can draw it in a convincing manner. Hat. Man. It's like the joke I keep making about I have to read The Grey Man. White looks like someone. White looks like... not Kageyama, but he looks like someone. Hey, the anime guy. Okay, I need to share something. Sorry, I kind of went mute, but niece wanted to say something. She gave me this drawing and I need to show you. طب مين هاد? Okay, she drew black and white. Let me see if I can. Where's my webcam? خليكي هنا لا تيجي لا تروحي هناك تمام؟
كيف يحتفل جينا؟
طيب سؤال، مين بتحبي أكتر بلاك ولا وايت؟
بلاك.
So I asked her who she likes more, black or white, and she said black because he's always happy. And she put the plushie of black next to white and is like, look, he's smiling. The details are nice on the characters. Thank you, thank you. Hey Oslin, welcome. It is your request. Wait, if Black was a bit taller, he could rest his chin on White's shoulder. Or White is a bit shorter.
بعد الإجابة.
Instead of like drawing him with his head on his shoulder, put his hand around him. I mean, I can fit a hand here. No audio? Yeah. I had to turn off because she was talking. Because he's always happy. That's precious. She's very black. She is very, very black. Seriously. Ever since she was a toddler, I would always... Like, she is adorableness personified, and I was telling my sister back then that I felt like I always over-exaggerate how naturally adorable Black was as a child. Until I met her, until I saw how she acts, and like there are some people who are just born that they act super adorably without any effort. Wow, she just left. Sorry, I had to go on mute because she was talking a lot, and then she kept black and gave me white to put him up on the shelf. So I think she wants to control the narrative. He could have his hand here or his hand here. Man. This stream is a mess. I apologize. But thank you for coming regardless and staying regardless. We like these moments of improvisation. You know what? Her mother is an artist too, and she always tells me how it's very hard with her. Her first child is very mature, kind of white-like, so he would just sit while she paints and do his own thing silently. But this second child is too hyperactive, man. And she always tells me that she can't finish anything because of how talkative she is. And I see it now. It just, whenever you hit the flow, you're brought down, kind of like how White crashed. Remember that scene of him floating with Daniel and then crashing? All the energy went to her. Yeah, I had too little energy today, and she kind of took it all. So I'll try to finish this properly, because since you're here, I don't want to not do anything. So I'm just gonna try to finish this properly, and then also we do have neighbors celebrating with music. So it feels like everything is working against me today. Hand and chin on shoulder gives the energy of black, really squeezing white. I love this track so much. Gives me hope. I love the expression of this with white raised eyebrow. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, Osden. I really was looking forward to sketching your request. It just occurred to me that it's Saturday stream, so I could have just continued my revisiting Noir stream, because that's easier than... I feel like if I was continuously talking, she wouldn't have stayed or interacted, but I guess these moments of silence. What's like, hey, your chin is poking me and black, deal with it. Good thing he has a little bit, it's not like a bony chin, you know? I feel bad for taking too long to fulfill these doodles, so that's why I'm trying to commit to it. I'm just picking colors off my... There's a color history pane, so I'm just randomly picking colors off of that. So we'll see how it will look. I will feel very accomplished as an artist if I reach a point where I can pick colors. Like, I do use the slider often and the color wheel, but like just pick the colors without like no going back, and they're right from the get-go, because I understand the science and logic behind colors. Also, hi, sorry I missed your chat. First time chatting, Vi Waffle. I hope you're still there. Sorry, Welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining chat. And sorry for taking too long to address it. Oh, Final Fantasy 15. Oslin, I really wanted to call my rabbit Noctis. Hey, enjoy your drawing. We love a chill drawing session. Noct. Yeah. I'm really interested in, because Noctis means a lot to me, more than just Final Fantasy 15. Noctis was my username on MSN Messenger. For those boomers, not boomers, for those old people that are in chat, it was Versus 13 back then, and once I saw Noctis, I fell in love. So my username on MSN was Prince Noctis for so long. And this is why, regardless, like I was thinking the other day of recording a video talking about my favorite things in like games and anime and manga. First, because I want people to read No Home. Mainly, I want people to read No Home. But also because I feel like my top favorite things need disclaimers. Feeling super old? Hey, Lapino. We're still surviving, aren't we? I was obsessed with the trailer of... It was so good. Final Fantasy Verse 13, so good. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I kind of feel like it doesn't, like, if you see my favorites on my backlog and any list, you don't really understand what's going on. And I feel like there are reasons why this character is a top favorite. There's a reason why this story is my number one. And there's a reason why Final Fantasy 15 is, even though as a writer, even though narratively I have huge problems with, I love it so much. And it's partly for what I did with it. I decided that I this story that I waited over a decade to see, no matter how bad it's gonna be, no matter how messed up or broken it turned out to be, I am going to enjoy it to the fullest. So I put in the time, and I kind of almost I think I completed everything, side quests, hunting and stuff. And it has a lot of precious things in it. I wish I can say that it's the best story and you should play it, but I know that it has a lot of flaws that wouldn't work for other people. Same with not flaws. Same with, for example, another game is a top favorite of mine is The Longing, which is a game I can't recommend to anyone. And it's not because it has flaws or narrative problems, or like, but it's just it needs a very specific kind of person, because it's a game that you have to play for 400 real-time days. And I feel like I want to talk about it, especially The Longing. It's a game that I've been wanting to talk about for so long, ever since I played it and beat it. But the thing is, it's kind of the game that you can't talk about without spoiling it. That's the problem. Yes, 400 days. Real time days. And I think if it wasn't for that, it would have been hugely popular, because it does a lot of things with the medium to tell its story. And speaking of wanting to share stuff, does anybody here uses Substack? Because we were talking about it with my friends today. I was out with friends, for those who joined later, and they were mentioning Substack, and I heard about Substack. I think when Twitter became X, a lot of people decided that I want to have a place where I can use newsletter and stuff, and I liked the overall look of it. I felt like it's Tumblr in a way, where you can post videos, audio, especially audio. I always look for a place that I can share audio, because I do better talking about stuff than writing about them. So I've been thinking of just joining Substack and test things. Haven't heard of that at all. It's very anti-social media in a way. You get all the news right to your inbox, and it's kind of like a blog thing where you can also check on desktop or mobile. I think there is an app actually. So I'm thinking of that. Like, for example, when I played Yakuza, while I'm reading ORV right now, there's a thread on Discord, but I kind of feel like I can, after I'm done with all the reactions and stuff, Deltarune, stuff like that, I can just pick and choose and drop them all in a blog post with like the verdict and the final feeling for the story. Outside of just sharing work updates in a way that doesn't get lost on Twitter. And even though I do love Twitter, I know a lot of you are not there. And doesn't even matter if the people who care for these news don't see them. I know of Substack, but don't use it. I think one of the reasons I didn't start using it or even testing it is because I didn't want to direct people to new platforms. I could make an account if you made a Substack. I'll definitely announce it, and you don't really have to create accounts right off the bat, because I might just test it for a while, and if I stick to it, I'll start pushing it. Like, here it is. Especially with, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I just was watching my sister scrolling through, because she does have a Substack. And there is a tab that says subscription, I think. And I was thinking that maybe I can, if there is a subscribe option, because I get a lot of messages sometimes from people asking how can they tip if I have a Ko-fi or Ko-fi, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, or Patreon. So that could work as well. Even though I still kind of am against getting money without offering anything. Wild looks adorable here for some reason. Because he's not being so stoic. He's actually trying to make a face, maybe. Thank you. Thank you. I was told about Substack a while ago. If you go there, it would be a good reason for me to try. Every other thing than X worth it. Yeah, true. 100%. And speaking of subscribe and subscription, is there anyone else other than me that has to give it a minute before subscribing to a YouTube channel? Because subscribe right now is the thing you click when you want to pay, you know? I always am like, wait, join, subscribe, which one is the paid one? Which is that I just wanna see when this person uploads, even though YouTube is not gonna tell me because it's a useless thing right now, subscribing. Does he need eye bags? He does need eye bags. We've been through volume 10. Okay, let's put black in black. Oh wait, where's the layer? There it is. No, he got cuter. It's the light hair, I think, you know? I think it's the light hair, and now with the eye bags. Glad to hear that he got cuter. I don't know if he'd like it. But do we even care at this point? I'm not gonna fill it, but imagine if I continue coloring all this and it's a yellow shirt. Oh no, let me just pick, lower the saturation on this one. There. Yellow. Yellow indeed. I don't know why I went with yellow back then. I could have gone with something else. Even though... not red, for sure. Because I feel like if I ever want to draw the boys in color, I need to draw black and red. Because I feel with his white hair, every time heart squeezed. Another doodle request to one prince. Oh no. You know what I need to do? A sketchbook of all these doodles. How about that? A zine with all these doodle ideas. It would be actually good. What was I thinking? Oh, ORV. I was listening to ORV today, no, yesterday, and um, there was the King of Discord mentioned. Something like that. Was it King of Discord? No, it was something of Discord. Every time Discord is mentioned, I'm like, Discord. Discord mentioned. I find it very weird that, like, who thought that Discord is a good word to name a chatting service? Man, yesterday I wanted to talk about ORV, the part, because I had some thoughts when I finished Volume 3, and I started the Volume 4, and I have more thoughts, and I want to talk about them, but I don't want to talk about them on stream and spoil it for everyone. But I also want to talk about it, not write about it. I don't find the time to sit down and type things these days. But I do have a lot of thoughts, and I feel I'm gonna reach a point where I stop myself from listening until I say this. So because it's the kind of story that your thoughts or theories or interpretations change with every reveal or every new scenario, sub-scenario. Yes, to do the collection. It's a good idea. You know what? I think whenever you do drop them, they're welcomed. I saw one too. Let me try to be creative with saying stuff without saying them. But where I last stopped, I'm liking the copier character. I hope that's enough. There was talk about trauma that I definitely loved. I've been waiting for trauma, for the main character's trauma. I've been waiting for that. I'm like right now, but this is looking very Instagram real. Really? That is what I'm trying to go for. Glad to hear that. We just need to add the emotion blur because that's the blurry black and white selfie is the request. Thank you for lurking and hanging around. It could get posted to one of the boys' Instagram if it wasn't too, maybe a story, I think. It's too sketchy. But you know what? I did prepare. Like, next to the Discord doodles, I do have a few. I want to kind of revive the Instagram accounts. Nope. Wait. There. I truly enjoy the actual accounts you have for the boys, and when they get posts, I smile every time. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. They're very fun, especially with like some things I hide in the future. Like I did post 2 or 3 pictures of black and a shorter hair that just went unnoticed or weren't noteworthy, like mention worthy, I guess. But yeah, I do feel like these accounts are kind of in the future. Okay, we need to blur it now. First, I need to blur the background, I feel. Where is... Oh, this is exactly what I needed to draw to kind of wind down and recharge after this awful day today. So thank you, Oslin, for the request, and everyone for all the requests. There. Okay. Right. They look better. Let me just lighten this a little bit. Oh no. They look better without the background. Let me move this here.
It's 8 o'clock.
I'll just take a screenshot of the illustration before the boys' selfie skills take away the details. Yes. That's smart. Let's first lens blur the background. And then merge in a new layer. Delete everything outside of it and motion blur. Both direction, forward, box. I want direction to be a little bit up. You know something I'd like to add? A finger. I didn't. Ugh. Wow. Well, I'm glad I got out of this at least, from this mess of a stream. I guess I'm gonna call it a stream, call it a night, end the stream here. Thanks a lot for coming. I hope this has been fun. Sorry for all the technical issues. Thank you, Tam. Glad to hear that. I really appreciate the company. Thank you, Lupino. Thanks, Silly, and welcome, Viwaffle. Have a good day, Blue and Ozden as well. Thank you so much, and see you next time.